Hi, everybody, and welcome to the No Depression Sessions. We're here at Folk Alliance International in Kansas City, thanks to our friends at AEA Microphones with Xanthi Alexis. Xanthi, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you very much, audience. It's always nice to have a little bit of energy coming back to the performer as it happens. We are excited to present your music to our viewers right now. I know 2 of the songs are going to be from the upcoming record, Lover's Mark. How do you want to start the session?
I'm going to start with the opening song for that new record. It's called Just Down the Street. I sleep in the curve of a crystal mountain spine, right between the evergreen and the barren tree lane. You are just down the street and always on my mind. I come to you with the best of me and leave the rest behind. Ooh, They don't know me here anymore. That's why I'm always packing up and walking out the door. But you could run through your poet scribbling score, and I come running right back into flame bloom and a tickle. You are just down the street and always on my mind. A silver bed and apple tree, a little bit of wine. You are just down the street and always on my mind. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, Xanthi, thank you very much. This sounds great.
Thank you.
Yeah. How has your Folk Alliance experience been? This is the first
Oh
time
my
for me,
gosh.
and it's, amazing thus
Isn't it
far. We're
neat?
only like halfway through or something. It's just, it goes and goes and goes.
It
How has yours
does.
been?
It's been so special. I've got to wear a few different hats. I've been showcasing with a room out of Nashville for Tundo, which is empowering artists to get their royalties right, get it checked right. Also, the Cello Tree is where I've been recording this album, and so it's been very special to be with that group. We call ourselves the Cello Tree Gang, and we ramble
Is
really
this
hard.
The rest of the Cello Tree Gang is
Yeah.
here right now. Just off.
We've been rambling and presenting artists, and that's been super special. And I got to MC and present some real diversity, queer and indigenous artists. So it's been fun, and I get to hang out with you. So
Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
Yes, good. We are too. I'm very glad that you're making this part of your Focal Lions experience. Thank you.
Yeah.
And can you tell me one more time the name of the organization that does the rights management and make sure that people get paid?
Yes,
What's that
that's
called and
Tundo,
spelled?
created by my best friend in the whole world, Sarah Clanton. She is so inspired to educate artists, and especially in Nashville. There's a lot of wrong way to go about things as an artist to protect yourself and really get your career in order. And Sarah is inspired to help artists do that. So we really believe in that, and I feel proud to be helping with artists like getting their money right, you know?
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, I am definitely guilty of being inclined to do things the easiest way possible and the thing that takes me the least amount of time and not necessarily the right way to set up income and make sure that health insurance exists and all that kind of stuff. So that's rad that you're doing that.
Yeah, it feels good to be helping in that way and to support Sarah in that way. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, thank you for wearing all of those hats and doing all of those things, spreading those messages, and thank you for your music as well. This is sounds wonderful so far, and there's still 2 more songs coming up.
Yeah.
What do you want to do second?
This one is the title track off the new record called Lover's Mark, and this song kind of came out first. And for me, I do a lot of writing, some of which is songwriting, and so I'd been kind of trying to explore some darker corners of love, and I had written a line of a poem, and then I had to like run to my instrument. And after I wrote this, I was like, "Oh, geez, you have a new record." So, Lover's Mark. Okay. In my mind, waking by your side, the rustle of sheets, quiet light, hollow deep, dark of night. To return, like an old, into your room, into your thoughts in my hand. Silky in the sleeps under. They loved you more than anyone. Oh, I do recall a walk in spring. I do recall being seen in the shadow of candlelight. We spoke these words into life. Spill my cup, fill it full. I cannot have, I cannot hold a love that hasn't left me yet. A love that hasn't left me yet. A lover's mark on my skin, knowing no beginning, no end, no beginning. When lover's man on my skin, knowing no beginning, no end, no beginning.
We always like to wait until Juan gives the signal, the one wearing the headphones, until we know the tale is totally done before we don't want to stomp on any of the decay with our applause. Is that the theme of that song? Is that the through line through the record, the darker side of love? Is it about love more broadly, or is there a through line on the entire record?
Sure. So I'm a trauma therapist, sometimes in the day, and I was beginning to desire writing a love album, but for me, there's a reason why I went into that work of trauma, and so I kind of hit that wall of the trauma that maybe has kept me from like experiences of love or brought me to experiences of love. So I do tend to write. I want to take people on like an arc of an experience when I'm writing a record. And so we kind of go a little underground, and then sort of come back up. And for me, like I kept thinking I was finished writing, and then I essentially, a few of the songs in the album are like actual descriptions of like traumatic moments in poem form, and I kept thinking they were done, and then I'd have another one. I'd be like, oh yeah, I really, like, this is a puzzle piece I want to really put all together. So I had to wait for some of the nasty ones to come out and haunt me.
Do you feel like, I mean, do those like sort of float across your cosmic radar and you grab them and they show up when they show up? Or are you sitting down intentionally to say, I'm writing this record because I need to for myself or even for other people's benefit? Or what's
Sure.
the impetus that gets you going?
Sure. So I knew I wanted to write so that song Lover's Mark, and then the title of the record Lover's Mark kind of came through, but it's a dual meaning. The Lover's Mark, it was like a slang term in the 1920s for a hickey. But it's also, I am talking about abuse in this record. And so for me, that became a double meaning of like the mark, that when we are not in an evolved state of loving each other, like there can be real marks that are left, you know? So, yes, I get kind of the message that I have a new kind of text coming in, but usually what I'm doing is a lot of strange writing side projects of like weird essays about stuff I'm investigating, and like going to like graveyards and like really falling in love with a grave, and then like investigating their whole family, and then realizing that this is part of why I'm doing this is because of the record and something so yeah, I go pretty Nancy Drew, and then a record comes out.
That is great. I love that answer. Thank you. That's what I was hoping for. That had floated across my cosmic radio. I was like, I better ask that question because maybe we'll get to Nancy Drew, and I'm glad that we did. This is a total pleasure on our side. Thank you very much for doing this. There's still one more song remaining in this session. What do you want to play third today?
Yeah, so I'm gonna play the title track of my last record, The Offering. This is one of those songs that kind of dropped in, and I always kind of feel like this is maybe written from the best version of who I want to be, that I'm not from the day to day, but it seemed that record came out while we were all dealing with the pandemic, and it seemed to strike a nerve in people, and but for me it was really, so there's a line that says 400-year-old heirloom seed, and that line came to me when I was in the south of France. In Domfront, there were 400-year-old gardens like surrounding this plateau of a city that didn't have any damage from the war, and it was so pristine. And that 400-year-old heirloom seed like just stayed with me until this song, The Offering, came in, and then Nancy Drew and began her research. It's gonna leave you hungry. Kissing's just like medicine, there and then gone again. Take just what you need. It's It's gonna leave you starving. Come to the river to get clean. Here inside the offering, tell me what you need. I won't leave you lonely. I couldn't stand the heavy weight of that hand. I've kept him guarding for your own little seed, lush enough for you to feed. Come take my hand, all of your transgressions are pardoned at the gates of love. So below me and be above. Tell me what you need. I won't leave you lonely. I couldn't stand the heavy weight of that hand. I could not stand the heavy weight of that hand. It's gonna leave you hungry. Come to the river. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Santhi, thank you so much again for doing this, and let's just keep doing this. Let's do another
Yeah,
one of
right?
these somewhere interesting, somewhere else, whether it's Montreal next year, right?
Let's
Yeah.
definitely do it.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cello Tree Gang will
Yes,
do a cheer
please.
for you.
There you go. East Nashville, wherever on the planet it is, it'll be somewhere interesting, and I look forward to it.
I love it. Thank you guys so much.
All right,
Yeah.
see you next time.
Bye.